I've cut up chicken into kind of cubed pieces, and the way you start a curry, which I just learned in a cooking class, is to marinate the meat. Salt, approximately 1 tablespoon. Chili, now I don't do quite as much because I don't like spicy. So I'm just gonna do 1/4 of a teaspoon while heaping. How about that? Pepper. Do 1/2 of a teaspoon. Turmeric. For sure, a tablespoon of turmeric. And curry spice. This is curry powder. Let's do 2 tablespoons. Sri Lankans mix with their hands. Let's go ahead and make sure all of that is nicely coated. Step number 2 is preparing your aromatics, which you could certainly do the day before. I have red onion, garlic, sliced, and sliced fresh ginger. Also, you want to cut up some tomatoes. You want to get a nice large pan. I have some coconut oil in here, and then I'm going to go ahead and heat it up. The oil is beginning to bubble. You can see small bubbles on the surface, so we will get started. First, I'm going to add a tablespoon of mustard seeds. Also, we're going to add a tablespoon of cumin seeds. And to start pan frying. The point here is to get the seeds hot enough, especially the mustard seeds, that they will begin to pop. And you can tell when this happens because the aroma will begin. Next, you're going to add in the red onion. Next, we'll add the garlic. And finally, the ginger. You'll want this to come to a nice kind of golden color. So continue watching and continue stirring. Looking good. Here comes the chicken. Now remember, this has been marinating with spices. So I've turned down the heat just a wee bit since we've begun the frying. We're gonna let this simmer for about 10 minutes. Tomatoes are added to curry sort of at the end to bring a little bit of brightness. And it really looks nice with the coloring. All right, so this is gonna cook again for a little while, and then the very last step is to add the coconut milk. I'm going to turn up the heat a wee bit. Tomatoes are beginning to stew down. Still quite a bit of moisture from the chicken and also a little bit of coconut oil. That's okay, it's going to cook off eventually. And now we'll go ahead and add a little bit of coconut milk. Excellent. This just brings a creaminess to it. Also gives a little bit of temper for the spice that you may have used. I wish you could smell this. It smells delicious. This is sort of the end product. You still do have some liquid, which you also spoon over the rice, but the chicken is cooked through. And the spices and the aromatics are sort of melding together. Now I just took this off the heat and I'm gonna let it rest for just a minute so that this sauce, you know, solidifies slightly and it's more of a gravy.